Good evening. Welcome to Wheeler Sports TV. Dick Herman here, getting underway for the spring season. It doesn't feel like a spring day out there today.
Dick. It's rainy. Wow.
Gino on camera. Rick Blair will be joining us today in the booth, calling this boys lacrosse game. He's down there getting a roster for us. And remember, the preseason is here. Full season underway. If you want a preseason special with Gino TV, just $400 till September 1st, 2018. You can be a Wheeler Sports TV sponsor. You get your video, your logo playing 24/7, mentioning sponsors during all the Wheeler Sports games. You also have a changeable message. You can let Gino know, you can let me know what you want to say each and every week, twice a week, monthly, whatever you want. Change your message every week, plays 24/7 in our message zone. Call or text Gino at 508-292-2203. Your advertising season starts with Gino TV. And remember, if you want to be part of it, $400 now until September 1st, 18. And some of the guys that are part of us right now: Randy Alford, Plumbing and Heating, Island Fencing, Nantucket Estate Jewelry, The Wave. Remember, The Wave is starting up. Running year-round,
baby.
Year-round Wave, Pumpkin Pond Farm, Something Natural, Island Variety, The Homestead, Nantucket Health Club, UPS Store, BPC Architects, Artistic Tile Install, Keeper's Restaurant, Gordon's Island Seafood, Nantucket Folk Art, The Sea Grill, Downy Flake, Fairgrounds Restaurant. How you doing, Rick?
Good, Dick. How are you?
Good.
You brought the nice weather with you, huh?
Yes, yes. All the ducks are out today.
Yeah.
Few seagull. And we're looking over at the stands, and I estimate there was about 800 people over there. They're all dressed as aluminum seats.
Yeah, right. they're wearing those that invisible paint they talk about on the History Channel.
Have we ever done a game where there was absolutely no one here?
Yeah.
No one.
Yeah. I used to be afraid. When I was a kid, my mother would say, I'm going to have a birthday party. And I would be afraid that nobody would show up. I said, no, Ma, you don't have to give me a birthday party. And there it is. Yeah. We threw a lacrosse game and nobody showed up. There are a few people around here, but they won't even let me drive down, Gino. I got here late because I tried to get in the gate up there. I came around my old spot over here where I usually park. All the spots were taken. But you told me something that may get me in next time.
That's right.
I'll have to.
There's a secret way.
There's a secret way. I'll have to get my van dressed as a bus, and they'll let me down the bus lane. So, Rick, Wheeler's 2-0, I think.
2-0 with wins over Monomoy Regional and Sturgis, and I think that talking to the coaches, Sturgis West. Talking to the coaches, I think that they see a lot of good signs this year. I think Nantucket, obviously we talked last week about having to kind of adjust to not having JT Gambaroni out there. Their attack looked pretty good the other day against Monomoy. They got some fast breaks, which I hadn't seen really in quite some time. And their close defense is playing more aggressively, and they look pretty darn good. So, we talked about the need to develop some depth at midfield and to kind of rebuild an attack. And those are probably the two things to watch today.
Al Luisi's back as head coach, but a couple of new assistant coaches that have some background in lacrosse.
Yeah, we talked about that as well. Corey Gamble, just to reiterate, who helped me out with the offense in 2009. He's an outstanding lacrosse coach, played for Colby College, sort of was mentored by a couple of very well-known college coaches, and he's coached at the prep school level extensively, and is a teacher. And also Jason Malesko, who played goalie for Hamilton College, and is teaching at CPS right now.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, the fans are starting to move in there. We see two people show up along the fence at one end, a green umbrella coming in from the other end. So this could be a full house here by half time.
Yeah.
It reminds me of one night at the Moby Dick Inn back in the day that nobody came in for dinner.
Nobody came in for dinner. That cut down on your tips that night.
It was not good. It was not a big night.
Did you get a free meal? Did they have a little extra food left over?
We probably got some extra bluefish or something. I don't know. Okay, starting lineup for Nantucket. Junior Keegan Downey in the goal. Juniors Joel McVicker and Cam Willett. And senior Owen West at close defense. First midfield is going to be Terrain Burton, Alex Small, and Ben Lombardi. Although now the face-off team is in with Cam Bartlett on the wing. And let's see who's taking the face-off. I believe Austin Starr might be suited up today. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he is, but no, he doesn't look like he's playing to start the game. Austin suffered a shoulder injury in hockey and had surgery, and I guess he's going to be back pretty soon. So this looks like Isaac Corbett taking the face for Nantucket.
So you think Cape Tech can be competitive against Nantucket? Nantucket, 2 big wins. The Monomoy scored with 11-3, something like that.
Yeah, Monomoy looked pretty good though, Dick. Sturgis, I think maybe not so much.
I thought it was, and I saw a score there in the 15-2 range, something like that there. So Nantucket, 2 big wins. Do you think this is another type of game, or you think Cape Tech is a little bit tougher?
You know, I think it remains to be seen. I recognize a lot of the kids out here from the Cape Tech game we called last year. I know they rely on a couple of big, tall midfielders. Number 1 in attack looks like a pretty good player.
Well, Cape Tech, over the years in all sports, does not put a great team on the court, on the field, whether it's lacrosse, football, whether it's basketball, etc., etc. It's tough. They're the vocational school. There's a lot of good sports on the Cape. Yeah. So the kids that want to play sports will opt to go to St. John, Pope John, or place like
Sandwich
that
and all those teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nantucket. Small looks defeat inside.
And there we go.
A cutting Lombardi. Didn't take long. Alex Small, the senior of gridiron fame, and feeds a cutting Ben Lombardi for Nantucket's first goal. You know, that's always a key, Dick, is how well you play away from the ball. And I think Coach Gamble really puts a lot of emphasis on that. It's similar to basketball. You know, it's one thing to be able to dribble and shoot yourself, but how well you play without the ball, both on offense and defense. And I think Nantucket's looking good in that regard this year.
That first goal brought to us by the Seagrill. 9 at 9, available Friday and Saturday at both bars. Get there and get a seat. The Seagrill now open. Lunch Monday to Saturday, dinner Monday to Saturday. 45 Sparks Ave. Reservation or takeout 325-5700.
Corbett digging for the ball with help from Lombardi. Cape Tech comes up with it. This is their big lefty. I remember him from last year. Spencer West up with the loose ball. Spencer had a big game against Monomoy on Saturday. Last week. Driving right-handed behind the goal. Ty Harnishfeger out there in the starting lineup today. He's been out with a hockey injury, but he's back out there today. Backs up the shot. So it's Harnishfeger, West, and Duarte at attack. That gives Nantucket 3 players who can all carry the ball, which is good for the Whalers. Ty's playing the right side. He played the left side mostly last year, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. West looking to feed, up to Small. Takes a look. Back to Harnishfeger. You can see Nantucket's stick skills look pretty smooth out here. Up top to Lombardi. Looks over the terrain, the speedy sophomore. Here we go. Looks like he's going to set up a righty dodge here. That comes back left. And draws a foul. Looks like he got him for a slash.
I don't see our good friend Chris Perry out there officiating today. Was he at the Monomoy game? No.
He might still be in Florida.
Might still be in Florida. He does go down there and does his preseason down there.
Yeah, he does.
That's right.
He does a bunch of games down
There's
there.
a lot of good lacrosse being played in Florida. Alex lets one loose from about 12 yards. Alex Small's put the stick in his left hand a lot this year. He's looked pretty darn good doing it. Over to Harnishfeger. Small clears through. Back to West. Looking for a cutting Lombardi. He's open.
There you go.
One more to Duarte.
Oh, he might have had a shot there.
You know what? Nantucket's making that one more pass, sharing the ball. That's the kind of lacrosse that's going to hold you in good stead when the weather gets warm and you start to play the better teams. Looks like they got him for a moving pick. Nantucket's going to ride the Cape Tech clear. Let's see how they elect to do it today. Cam Bartlett in with this long stick in the midfield. Looks like they're going to press ride him.
9:15 to go in the first quarter.
Nice
Nantucket
check.
holding a 1-0 lead.
Spencer West is around the ball a lot, I'll tell you. I'd like to see that. And Terrain Burton up with it. Up to Lombardi, one more. Here's a shot.
Ooh.
The Cape Tech goalie doesn't look particularly anxious to get in the way of these shots. Not that, I can't say I blame him, but it's never good.
Could you go into that a little bit more?
You know, it's not a good sign when your goalie's stuck into the first quarter. Nantucket on good ball, nice look through to West. Nice play.
That went in.
Yeah.
Who got that one?
Spencer West on a feed from Lombardi. You know, that's a nice look. Actually, Spencer probably should have moved his feet and come around a little bit more. One more step to greatness, as they say. But nonetheless, he finished it right-handed. If you don't watch a lot of lacrosse, I can tell already these first two games, the impact that Coach Gamble's had on his team. He's really emphasized his off-ball play, and they look a lot better at that this year than they did last. And they're going to have to because they lost a big scorer in JT Gambaroni.
Yeah, when you lose the guy who's, you know, you pick a number, 80%, 90% of the offense, then you got to spread it around. But you know, I like teams that have 5 guys that are 20% of the offense.
Well, the thing is, you're exactly right, especially when you get to the playoffs, because every team you face in the playoffs is going to have one good lockdown defender, and if they only have to stop one guy.
And I seen that last year. All the games I saw, Nantucket won, but I seen the games where they really put a lock on him, and instead of Nantucket winning 12-2, they won 9-8 over a team that they should have really beat badly. You know.
Nice move by Terrain.
Oh, big block! Right, hit him right in the leg.
Yeah, that was
nice save.
That was a pretty nice placement on that shot too. Stick side, but it was right off hip, which is what you want. Here comes Alice, right hand dodge.
Do they have pads on their legs?
No, they're just wearing leggings.
Oh God, that's good.
Oh, Small walked right in.
Small goes through, puts the stick in his left hand and throws it over the crossbar. Harnish figure to bring it on. Nantucket's got pretty slick stick skills.
Yeah, just as you said that. Right?
Well, but, you know, went through, but that's
of course.
That's a nice look. I think Nantucket's making a real effort to move the ball and be active away. It's rather than just dodging right now, which is a good thing. It's going to make them a better team in the long run.
This could be a long day for the other boys.
See if they can get an offensive.
They haven't taken it over into the Nantucket zone.
Well, I think they look like they've got a couple players at the attack position. So, you know, if they can, that's a smart, you know, that's a real smart play by Terrain right there. Rather than pick the ball up, he didn't, and he let them knock it out of bounds. Whenever the ball is real close to the sideline, it's a good idea to don't touch it, let the opponent try to touch it, then you check his stick. Back to West. Active with his left hand, which is nice to see. Nantucket doesn't have a natural lefty, but West apparently plays hockey or plays lacrosse left-handed pretty effectively. Nice feed, and
there it goes.
Nice cut by Terrain on the feed from West.
So Burton gets to go, and 3 goals, 3 different guys. That's what we're talking about. Spreading the offense around. You can't zero in anybody. That goal brought to us by Billy Built Automotive. Bill Trott owned a 4 Sun Island complex. Actually, he moved it from there.
That's right. They're over.
I forget the new address, but you can give him a call at 325-7265. And if you too want to be a sponsor, the preseason special is going on. $400 from now until September 1st, 2018. You can be a Wheeler sponsor. Your logo playing 24/7 and mentioned as a sponsor during all Wheeler Sports TV games, and have your changeable message. Change your message every week. Plays 24/7 on our message zone. Call or text Gino at 508-292-2203. Our advertising season starts with Gino TV.
Well, Junior Austin Starr making his 2018 debut out there, number 47. Took the face but got called for procedure. But it's nice to see him back out there. He's an important part of this Nantucket team. And it also gives them some diversity at face-off this year. They had Cam Bartlett taking some last week with his long stick, as well as Isaac Corbett. Nantucket in a man-to-man defense, getting away from the zone that they played primarily the last couple of years. And when they are playing zone, they're playing more aggressively. This man-to-man is really seems to suit their mentality. A lot of aggressive kids from ice hockey and football out there.
Cape Tech's first chance on the offensive end here.
Yeah, you know, it's just, well.
There it goes. There's the ring.
Come on, Todd.
Got away with the push.
Nice ball by Bartlett. Harnesteger's got to work to get open there on that loose ball. Spencer West with the ball. Spencer, don't be in a hurry. Oh. So far, I'd say that the Cape Tech team looks like they're a little more comfortable playing defense than offense. They're communicating pretty well. The guys seem to know the verbiage and what they should be doing out there, even though they are getting beat. On offense, they look pretty uncomfortable, to say the least. Duart behind the goal. Darien, the converted defender, has looked good so far this year. The backhand shot and goal.
Oh, wow. No goal.
He stepped in the crease. But that's a nice move nonetheless. You know, natural righty comes around that left side and shovels it in backhanded.
Yeah, got himself too close to the goal before he put it in.
Nice check by Bartlett. Up with the loose ball. Ref blew the whistle for what reason I know not, but anyway, Nantucket back on offense. Alex Small up top. Looks like he wants to set up a dodge. Back to terrain. Nice look.
Oh, what a nab that was.
Little force in there, but Nantucket's getting a lot of good looks. And once again, I think it's reflective of another nice look.
Bam.
Nice fake and finish.
So that makes it, what?
4-0, 3.5 minutes to go. Is that West on that one?
That's West from Small.
So West has 2 goals.
I'm sorry, West from Burton.
West has 2 goals and an assist. Burton's got a goal and an assist, and we have a timeout on the field with Cape Tech.
You notice a lot of the offensive actions initiating with Spencer West. He's getting to what we call the 6 and 6, which is the area that's 6 yards out from the goal and 6 yards upfield from the plane of the goal. And you get yourself in there, and you can be very effective and very dangerous. You always see offensive attackmen trying to get to that spot to initiate.
This time out brought to us by Nantucket Island Pharmacies, in town and out of town. They get you covered. Out of town, 122 Pleasant Street. In town, 45 Main Street. Prescriptions filled with accuracy, most insurance accepted. Transfers from other pharmacies, health, beauty, age, vitamins, reading, sunglasses, bath products, suntan lotion, newspaper and toys. Nantucket Island Pharmacies. In rock solid Wheel of Pride, Island Lumber. It's spring. The calendar says it's spring. My body says it's still winter, but if you're going to start your planting, get out to Island Lumber. They have
the garden center.
They have plenty of stuff for your garden in the garden center.
Well, speaking of that, you can tell Daffodil Weekend's right around the corner because in Scottsdale, there must be 1,000 landscapers out there today.
Oh, yeah.
You know. The amount of money people spend on that stuff just boggles the mind.
I use my mathematical mind when I go buy a big house and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 people there, and then I put in a dollar hourly rate, which I think is fitting, and then I go buy 3 hours later and it's still there, and I say, wow, they spent about $2,000 this morning. What is going on?
Right. Yeah. I know. Don't see who's facing here for Nantucket, whether it's Corbett or it must be Corbett again. Cam Bartlett on their side. Chance Pollock with a loose ball. They have Chance playing on the wing a little bit now. He has been playing attack. Last year he was a reserve goalkeeper. He looks like an athletic kid, so nice to see him getting a role. Nantucket subbing off their face-off team, getting small, and McInerney out there. And Nantucket's trying to use a lot of, well, not a lot, but they're using 12 or 14 players in this first quarter, which is a good thing for the long run.
Well, if you're going to use some backup players, it's always nice to get them in there with mostly starters.
Right.
And then you can see if you need them in a situation, they can play with the starting guys
Well,
instead of putting 10 new guys in there altogether.
Yeah, and as well as you always want to keep one of your guys in there no matter what the score, so he can kind of direct traffic out there. Duart looking to move the ball along, and they got him in the face. They got to call that. They did.
There it goes. Got to.
Yeah, he's a little bit late getting the flag out, but he was calling it right
his
from the
hands are
get-go.
cold.
And there it goes.
That's Chance Pollock through to McInerney. When that's a nice play. That's probably, I'm guessing that might be McInerney's first varsity goal. And
Who's that?
his name is.
Was 14?
Yeah.
I don't have him. Who do you got for 14? We'll have to find out who 14 is, I guess. But 14.
It's Hunter. It's Hunter McInerney.
Hunter?
Yeah, and he's a. I don't know what year he is. He was in there quite a bit last week and looking pretty good. And you know, if you look down here at the coaches, you'll see Coach Gamble going over this offensive strategy again and again and again. And you know, you can see the imprint now. 5-0 lead for Nantucket. This is only Cape Tech's second offensive possession.
Right.
And they didn't get a shot off on their first one. They held it for about 30 seconds and then lost it.
You know, I think
A nice blind pass works.
Yeah, you know, looking at their roster, the players on the field, you kind of wonder why they're not using a couple of these attackmen in the midfield, because they seem as though their middies are really unsure of themselves carrying the ball. Oh, they might have a look here.
Nice save.
You got a nice stick on it.
First save here today.
Nice play there by McVicker. Picked up by Willette. Nice play. And nice look back. Boy. Show form attack. This is where the attack has to move their feet and get open. Outside crank by Harnischfeger. Wondering if we're going to see Sam O'Keefe in there today. He had a pretty good game last week against Monomoy, freshman attackman. Out to Alex, through look to Duart. Those looks down low are wide open all the time for Nantucket. Another loose ball. Nantucket's all over this clearing team. Duart running through traffic, dumps it off to Ty Harnischfeger for a right-handed finish. Duart to Harnischfeger for Nantucket's 6th goal.
Still in the first period. Is that right?
Yeah.
Still in the first period. It's just about enough time for a face-off. Well, a little bit more. 20 seconds to go. All right. I want to sort of hold this off to halftime, but I can't. What's the slaughter rule we're looking at here?
Do they do that in the first period? In the first half?
10, maybe both coaches agree, but it's 10 goals in the fourth quarter.
Oh.
So you got to get to the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Sometimes you'll see it mutually agreed on. I mean, the thing is that's frustrating. This Cape Tech team, if they just did a few little things better, that time the defenseman carrying the ball should have turned back and thrown it back to his goalkeeper and advanced it up the other side rather than trying to force it up this side into a crowd of 3 or 4 Whalers. Austin Starr with a face-off, his second today, and he wins this one. His first win of the year, facing off, moves it along to Bartlett. Mishandles it for a second, then picks it up. Get it to West. Cam.
Oh, there's a save.
You know, Cam picks up his own rebound and scores.
Put it in just as the buzzer. I think they counted.
Bartlett unassisted. You know, nice play by Cam, but you kind of like to see the team moving along. So I understand if you're a defenseman, you want to score if you're a long stick. But nice athletic play there.
Just as the buzzer hit, it goes in 7-0. We'll play one period here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. We're going to take a short break and be back with second period action.
Okay, folks, we're about to start the second period. Austin started to face off for the Whalers. His first game back since recovering from an injury. I don't think he played the other Saturday. Maybe he did. Maybe I've spoken too soon. Cam Bartlett on one wing. And James Genther on the other. Once again, some more players out there. Genther on the field for the first time today. Also see Sam O'Keefe out there at attack now.
So we're talking during the intermission. This is a league game. The teams in the league: Monomoy, Sturgis West, Cape Tech. These are the three that they've already played and beaten. I'm putting this one already in a win column. The rest of the league's made up of Sturgis Charter and St. John Paul, Falmouth Academy. So I'm looking at the league, Rick, and I'm looking at Will. This is the first time I've seen the Whalers play this year. This is probably a second or third time. I mean, they have to be a contender for the league.
I mean, right now, I think we have to wait and see what St. John Paul looks like. But other than that, I really don't see that there's going to be a ton of competition in the league. And St. John really, they were improving rapidly, and then last year they dropped off a bit. So we'll see. Hopefully they'll be, be improved this year. While we were talking about that, the Whalers squandered a fast break opportunity. Ty Harnisfeger didn't get to the point when he needed to, and there was nowhere to go with the ball. Now the feed to the middle to Sam O'Keefe. Shoots a stick side, and a goalie makes an easy save.
I'm looking at their non-league games, Rick. Do any of these jump out to you as being a tough opponent? North Reading?
North Reading should probably be the class of the schedule this year. Nauset, they're on and off. We'll see what they're like this year.
Nauset, and then the Vineyard.
And then the Vineyard. And the Vineyard was very much down the last couple of years. They've had a great program for a long time. I don't know what's going on there. I have to call my friend Chris Green, their coach. Great guy.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And,
it looked like he was just going to get that one.
Austin Starr takes the outside shot, probably about a 14-yard shot, goes in. Goalie got his stick on it, but the momentum carried it in.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, Nantucket right now, they've got to be careful. I'm sure Coach Gamble's going to be on them about it, and Coach Aloisi obviously as well. That, let's score the right way. And that was a good shot. But a lot of ball movement, get a lot of people involved, and get something out of this game.
That's the way to look at it.
One way to look at a game like this here that I always like to bring up is, let's get an assist on every goal.
Well, that's exactly right. And work on your fundamentals, not just on offense, but just do every little thing right you can. Don't relax. Okay. Nantucket with some new players out there. Number 36, James Culkins, after the ball that time. Hunter McNair's on it. He's got it. Nantucket is playing their entire bench, Dick.
Well, that's good.
It's early in the game. I mean, they have a few guys that haven't gotten in yet. They're probably more JV type players. But, right now they've got a new look at attack here with Sam O'Keefe. He looked good the other day. Harnisfeger. Ty Harnisfeger's got really smooth skills and really good hands. I think he's, just got to get a little more comfortable in there. He was a really good middle school midfielder, and here he is right now. Nice look inside him. Good idea there, Ty. That was a good idea. Mishandled a little bit by Sam, but that's all right. Nice hustle, Nantucket. Through to Harnisfeger.
Oh, it hit the post.
Yeah. Now, Nantucket's got to remember, let's stay focused, guys. And the defensemen right now should be talking to each other about who's got the point on a fast break should it happen. It hasn't happened yet, but, it's all those little things you have to practice. And, Dick, once the regular season starts, you don't have that many practices. So when you have a game like this, treat it like a practice.
Yeah, as the season gets in, as you say, two or three games a week sometimes. What I did notice on the schedule, and I think it's pretty much across the board for all the sports teams, that nobody scheduled any games during the April vacation. And there's both sides of that, and I'll ask your opinion on it. The way you look at it is, yeah, let's play the games, but school trips go on, you lose so-and-so, mom takes everybody to Canada, you lose another so-and-so. So now you're playing short-handed. But in the middle of the season, you take 9 days off and you don't practice? What is your opinion there, Rick?
Well, I'm sure you know my answer to that, Dick. I mean, we always used to schedule games during the break, and we'd be missing some kids. I think you have to take the temperature of your team a little bit as far as where you are, your development. As you say, the Spanish club and so on, you miss players with that. And it's something you have to talk to your players about in the fall when you're putting your schedule together. And
well, my feeling would be don't play a league game because you're fighting for league championship.
They don't schedule league games during the break.
Because let's play so-and-so. I can remember sitting here on a Sunday when you played Duxbury.
Yeah.
I remember that game as long as I live. I'll never forget that game. You had Coletti, you had Marcus Line, big, strong defenseman, killing people. But Duxbury would pass the ball around and put the ball in the net on you.
We used to play them every year. We played Duxbury here in 2003 when Matt Ayersman was a senior. They were number 18 in the country.
Right.
And we lost to them by 3 or 4.
And you played Hull? You played Hull here? Another fancy club?
Yeah, Catholic Memorial, Weston, some good teams. And, I think this Nantucket team's perfectly capable of competing at that level. Here comes Alex with his speed.
Oh.
Little cavalier there, Alex, but anyway.
Yeah, he nonchalanted that for sure. When you get in that quick, that fast, you pepper the net. You don't try to nonchalant it over his head.
You actually can hurt yourself by getting that close to the goal. You probably want to take that shot from about the 5-yard mark when you have more angle. McNair. Right now looks like they have Harnisfeger playing midfield along with McNair and Lombardi. Oh no, Alex is in there, I'm sorry.
Ooh, wow.
Harnisfeger shot doesn't go through.
There it goes.
But Sam O'Keefe picks up the rebound. Sam O'Keefe unassisted. Sam's a freshman. He's looking pretty good.
Sam O'Keefe picks up his first goal. That goal is brought to us by Congdon & Coleman Insurance, specializing in personal commercial lines of insurance, auto, home, marine business. Congdon & Coleman down at 57 Main Street. Does it all. Established 1931. Give him a call, 228-0344. What number is Sam? I haven't yet.
He's 27.
27.
I was talking to Mark Chambers a little bit over the weekend. We were watching the Johns Hopkins game together, and he was telling me Sam's a real good ice hockey player.
Yes.
Isaac Corbett taking the face-off, I believe. Can't see this number.
So only a freshman, Sam, gets his goal. That's always good.
Yeah,
Look at that. Oh, that would have been a beauty.
yeah, we have a few good freshmen on this roster. There are several freshmen that elected not to play this year, which is kind of unfortunate. But nonetheless, we have a good young roster here. I mean, Alex Small and Owen West are the only two seniors. Lombardi are the only 3 seniors in the starting lineup.
Now I'm counting the reserves down here. I get 13. Is there another group, JV players?
I think there might be a few more than this, but it's not. Their total number this year is in the high 20s.
So they don't have a JV team, or do they have a few JV
They'll
games?
They'll play some JV games. They were supposed to have one against Monomoy, and I don't know what happened there, but.
I guess my main question is, do they have enough kids to play a JV game the same day as a varsity game? Or
I think barely.
There's another one.
Sam O'Keefe from Alex Small, another one. Yeah, you know, I think, you know, Monomoy's getting Cape Tech's getting discouraged here. And, you know, looking at their athletes, they're not an unathletic looking group. I think they just need to be a little better coordinated. And I hate to second guess anybody, but I think a lot of these teams tend to put all their 2 or 3 best players together on a line, and when those guys aren't performing, they get in trouble.
Well, my son Harry is 12, and you should. I mean, the kids that play at his age, there's so many of them. They're really bringing up some good quality training. I think it has a huge impact.
Well, yeah, we always said that. You know, people would always ask my reasons, especially when I was coaching. You know, what makes the Nantucket football team so good? And I said, well, they start young and they play at the Boys and Girls Club, and by the time they're a freshman, they know everything. And that's what you're saying, Gino, about the lacrosse. And
You'd think that these kids would do the same thing. You know, all kids are playing it.
Yeah,
it's so important to have a program. In other words, you don't have a youth team and another youth team and a JV and a varsity. Everybody needs to work together. And I think Nantucket's, you know, some years has done a really good job of that. And I think the youth program's been exceptionally well run by Sam Chambers and Jim Hurd. And before that, it was really a parade of really good coaches that have worked with our youth teams over the years. Guys like Matthew Merritt and Sean Dew, Kevin Martin, Jeremiah Splain, Steve Erisman, going back a long way.
Jeremiah Splain. Let's say hello to Jeremiah if he's tuning in on us.
Yeah.
He's out in the Great West somewhere. Where do you go? Wyoming,
Idaho.
Utah, Idaho.
I think he's in Sun Valley.
Sun Valley. Well, we're throwing names out there. Jeremiah, let us know where you are if you're listening to us.
Right.
And forget about Houston.
He's probably hanging from one of
Red Sox are gonna
one of those climbers' tents on some big rock face somewhere.
Well, he used to win the World Series last year, Gino, so
I know.
we got to congratulate Jeremiah.
I know, but that's enough congratulations.
That's enough. No more Houston talk.
Owen West to Willette Willette.
Look at that. Oh, wide open too.
And that was nice ball movement starting at the defensive end. Owen West picked it up, got it to Cam Willette, up to Sam O'Keefe, and almost a nice finish there on the crease. I guess that was Harnisfeger. You know, you saw the Cape Tech defender not covering that attackman up there in the corner, which is what led to that. You have to be alert. You go to the defensive end of the field, you have to be talking to each other when the ball's on offense so you don't get caught sleeping.
3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Nantucket 10, Cape Tech 0.
This guy's
big, and he is. There you go. Good for you.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more 35. He was one of their featured players last year, big left-hander.
Nantucket's going to pick up a penalty after the goal. Put a hit on him. He knocked him down, so Nantucket's going to go. The goal's going to count, and they're going to go down a man.
Yeah, Nantucket didn't seem like they were riding with a particular amount of focus that time. You know, rather than just slapping at the guy, get under his, establish yourself, get in front of him, establish your athletic position, and get a nice lift check. Instead, they just ran alongside him and slapped at him. That's why they were able to clear it.
So 35 got the penalty.
That's Cam Willette.
Cam will go in the box for.
These defensemen for Nantucket, I get them kind of confused. They all sort of look like they're all big body guys, and athletic. And you know, 2 juniors, I think that group's going to continue to be well. And Keegan Downey, just in spite of that shot going in, he's having a really good start to the season. I know he's been working with Jason Malesko, and he also attended camp last summer, I'm told. And he looks improved over last year. Got to stop the ball here.
Oh, that was good D right there.
Downey up with the ball. Well, it was and wasn't. I mean, I think they were kind of asleep at the switch with the ball coming down. Alex with a loose ball, one-handed cradle. Get 2 hands in the stick, Alex. Be able to pass it. Nice look inside.
Oh, see, that's why passing is so important.
Nice look inside.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Yeah, his foot out of bounds.
The Cape Tech breaks the shutout. That's always nice. The Can't complete the pass.
Alex up with the loose ball. Alex kind of talking some trash out there. No need for that. Let's just get the ball moving.
Well, I think he got swiped at.
Well, it happens. It happens. Get over it.
Cape Tech was going to take offense to that, Gino.
Now Alex is smart here. He's hanging on to the ball. Nantucket. Nantucket's. Now we're all even now.
Killed the penalty successfully.
Alex comes around. Is he going to go to his left? Nope. Brings it back to his right. Out to Spencer. Up top to Hunter. Nantucket's spacing is a little out of sorts right now. They need to spread out a little more. Terrain hangs his stick there. Nice check by the Cape Tech defender. It'll be red ball. Now Nantucket's got to set up their ride, which I think so far has just been a little helter-skelter. They're just relying on Cape Tech to kind of shoot themselves in the foot, which they do right there.
Yeah, bad pass there.
Nantucket up with the ball. Sam O'Keefe. Up top to Terrain. Thinks about it. Terrain coming lefty. Moves it along. You know, they're kind of getting away, the Whalers are, from what they were doing in the first quarter.
Well, these are the younger team guys too, right?
That was the starters out there right now.
Okay.
Just let's get spread. The attack's a new group, but let's get spread out, start moving the ball again like we did in the first quarter.
1 minute to go in the first half. 1 minute.
Spencer being covered by a much bigger player gets shoved down there. Don't manage to leave him. As you said, it's pretty slippery out there.
I know it.
It's only going to get worse, too.
You know, Alex with the sidearm take there, low to low. You know, shooting three-quarter to overhand and changing the plane of your goals is far more efficient than shooting sidearm. But shooting sidearm is kind of fun. That's why guys do it. Alex cuts and good take there with 26 seconds left in the half.
Portions first half brought to us by Santos Robertson. We clean up the island. Gold Whalers, residential, commercial dumpsters, roll-offs, recycling pickups. Santos Robertson serving the entire island. Give Billy or Patty a call, 228-4395.
Nice little move there.
Yeah.
Nice move by, I'll tell you, for a freshman, Sam O'Keefe's real smooth. He started with, had the stick in his right hand, did a little face dodge, put it in his left, and nice shot, low and offside.
Kind of remind me of a Euro step. A little bit. Speaking of Euro step, Milwaukee tonight and Toronto tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
They are amazing.
With
You
all the
can look at a team that's that beat up and injured.
with all the injuries they got, and they still got an outside chance of finishing first, right?
You know, if kids are watching, that's what team play is all about. Everybody's participating.
How about how about the finals last night in the NCAA?
Oh, yeah.
The guy comes off the bench and scores 31 points.
He was amazing.
The big ragu.
Oh, there's another one.
There's
that was amazing.
There's Hunter McNerney with an unassisted right-handed goal off face dodge. You know, once again, and I don't. It's none of my business really, but I mean, I don't understand. I look at those three athletes that Cape Tech has in attack right now. Can't help wondering why they're not playing in the midfield. Because they need to get some more help in there and maybe
mix them up a little.
Well, maybe rest their starting midfield at attack and have their starting attack come down and play some midfield, because it looks like they have these three good athletes who aren't really getting involved in the game.
They're sitting back there and they're not getting that much action. You're right. All right, so we have 3.8 seconds to go. We'll just about get this face-off pushed around in the mud, and it'll be halftime. And there's the push, there's the mud, and here comes the clock. So we have played one half here at Vito Capizzo Stadium. It's your Nantucket Whalers 12, Cape Tech 1. We'll take a break and be back with some halftime stats.